Ladies and gentlemen, Colin Kaepernick is stepping up to pay for the autopsy of Lashawn Thompson. And we know what happened to him in Fulton County Jail was a disgrace, eaten alive by bugs, and how badly infested that jail is, just in general. This is what I really like about Colin Kaepernick. Over the years, he has really stepped up. He puts his money where his mouth is. He just don't sit around talking. He really shows a lot of action, and I really like that about him. And we've seen this with a few of, the athletes that are out there. So let's get into this story. Colin Kaepernick will pay for autopsy of black man whose family says was eaten alive in Fulton County Jail. Wow. That story still makes my stomach turn. When Colin Kaepernick heard about Lashawn Thompson's case, the man who died in a jail cell, um, he was in an Atlanta jail with bed bugs and other insects. He decided to step up and lend his assistant. Now, they said this autopsy is going to cost $50,000 and he's footing the bill for it. So, after the state's autopsy ruled Thompson's death was undetermined, Kaepernick has stepped in and is paying for the autopsy for Thompson, according to civil rights attorney Ben Crump. The second independent autopsy is currently underway, and results are expected to be released within a few weeks, according to the attorney, Michael Harper, who's also representing the family. Harper told USA Today, "It's interesting because the whole point of an autopsy is to determine the unlikely cause of death," adding that when you have undetermined, it's most likely you really didn't do an autopsy. Obviously, in a case like this, we want a more concrete answer if we can get it. I mean, our pathologists may come back and say undetermined as well. But we want to do so. They said they just want to get a more definitive answer. So last week, Harper said in a statement that Mr. Thompson was found dead in a filthy cell after being eaten alive by insects and bugs. That is so horrible. Horrible. And you just think this country goes around the world talking about crimes against humanity, and they are the biggest violator on the face of the earth. Got some nerve. I understand why countries are now giving you the finger and telling you to go to hell. He did not deserve this. No, he sure didn't. Nobody deserves that. Just looking at that picture makes my stomach turn. It really does. How can you put anybody in that kind of situation? And he had mental health issues, recorded mental health issues, which means he should have really been in a medical facility, not in a jail. At a press conference on Thursday, Crump said, "We want to thank Colin Kaepernick for helping this family get to the truth and soon." And also noted that it is completely unacceptable to force inmates to live in appalling conditions where they are subjected to insects, grime, and infections. No one should be treated that way. And these people want to tell you, well, you don't do the crime, you won't go to jail. Well, apparently, with the exonerations that go on every day in America, you don't have to commit a crime. So y'all can get lost with that one. This isn't the first time civil rights activists has helped victims of police violence and their families. The Autopsy Initiative arm of Kaepernick's organization, the Know Your Rights Camp, has one primary objective: to provide a secondary autopsy free of charge for victims, families who lost their loved ones due to a police related death. Services offered through the initiative include the completion of a second autopsy, disclosure of preliminary findings, and issuance of the final autopsy reports. Roger Mitchell, who is one of the initiative board certified forensics pathologists and Howard University chair of pathology, said there is no other program like this. So Colin Kaepernick really truly got something very unique with his organization, subsidizing autopsies for those who died in connection with a criminal legal system. Continuing with that doesn't exist anywhere. Well, look, hey, that's how a great mind thinks. A second independent autopsy typically costs around $7,000, but Thompson's is going to cost quite a bit more because of the nature of how he died. And it will, so the whole thing will be paid by Colin Kaepernick's nonprofit. Mm-mm-mm. Wow. And so far, his organization has paid for more than 40 autopsies for families of victims free of charge. Wow. That is a courageous thing to do on his part. I sure wouldn't take anything away when he deserves that kind of credit. Whether you like Colin Kaepernick or not, what he's doing here is a great thing to many people in the community that can't afford an autopsy for their loved one. So, y'all, please tell me what you think about this video. If you hear sounds in the background, that's because it is raining like cats and dogs right now out there. Thunder, lightning, a heavy downpour. It's all happening right now. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.